Hi, hope all is well. I go by Big Homie Sandman, and this is Miss Me with the Bullshit. Multiple sclerosis me with the bullshit. Well, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to do a reaction video of being diagnosed. However, I wanted to at least lead up to, the different things that were happening, which made me even say something's not right. And maybe these things could make sense to someone experiencing similar things, and then they can determine themselves if it may be something more serious. So let's say there's I'll take it all the way back to the beginning. I don't know the beginning, but I do know that after looking at several different videos of other people experiencing the same thing or similar things, I noticed different things with the hands and stuff. And when I was younger in school, when I used to write the pencil and stuff, my hand used to do like some little stuff like this, and I'm like, what the heck? But I just thought that I was writing too much. And I used to play the cello and piano, so I've always kind of connected my hands locking up to that. Then I was in construction, did stem fitting, so I kind of was always hands on. So I just wasn't too sure. However, after seeing videos of different individuals, different people, I realized, wow, that may have actually been MS. And I wouldn't know, I still don't know. This is what sharing videos like this and just reading comments and just seeing if someone else can relate to that. However, I first really started noticing big differences, not even big difference, a difference, probably in the 2012, 2015 area. Well, I'll say 2012 is tight, but I really know and remember it around 2015. And it was just a slight leg buckling, like my leg would just like buckle and give in a little bit, my left leg. And that lasted, but I still had I could do everything. I could still run, I could still do a lot. It wasn't really stopping anything, I just noticed. So 2016, around in that time, that's when I noticed I really couldn't do too much, like running. Really couldn't run, but I could run, but I couldn't sprint. And I noticed that as I would run up the steps, just real like I would normally run up the steps, I couldn't really skip the steps like how I used to. But it wasn't in the sense of I can't skip the steps. It's just like I wasn't paying attention to it. So it was one time that kind of caught me. This was like a 16, 17, I'd say 16. And I was going up the steps, just walking, and my foot hit the top of the step, like clipped it. And I'm like, I think this happened before. I'm like, man, I keep missing a step, but again, not thinking. There's nothing really impeding me at this time, but it is, but it's very slight. Now, leading up to 2017, I started noticing a little bit more, to the point I'm like, man, maybe I need to go see a chiropractor or something. Something's not right. Something's off. But I still just wasn't convinced in a sense of it's something serious. It was still just like, it doesn't need to go, get it looked at, need to tend to it. So, and again, this is no filters. This is from a POC, someone who was raised in Southeast DC, who came from the hood, the ghetto, the slums, drugs, all of that stuff. I came from that area to be where I am now with elevation. So this is just complete, this honesty and truth. So 2017, a few days after my birthday, okay, I had a situation. That's a whole nother thing. Maybe I'll get into that in a different video. I had a situation, and basically, I winded up bringing out a firearm that I had at the time, due to my popularity in the city, me, blowing my brand up and exposing myself. So wanting to protect myself, and I had a situation dealing with a video shoot, and just get my mind state at the time, and just growing up, I was more so like, I kind of want to, catch up with the person who didn't give me my video. Like I said, times changed. That was 2017. It's 2023. Times changed. Nonetheless, I got pulled over. I got locked up. Okay. I did a few days in jail, then came out. About 5 days and came out. But I knew I was about to do some time. I knew I was going to do some time. And I'm actually going to make a video about that content, about that time in jail. That 1 year that I did in jail with MS, and just like how I had to like mask it a lot, the different things that I've seen. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and everything, so that you can be able to, and set up notifications, so you can be able to know when I do that video. Yeah. So after I got locked up, now that I came home, and remember I got MS, so memory fog and all that stuff, so bear with me if I ever lose train and gotta jump back. So after I did come home after those 5 days, I knew I was about to do some time, and I knew that it was something seriously wrong with my leg. I knew that I couldn't go in an environment where the wolves can sense that their prey is exposed, to the environment. You see what I mean? So I was like, I have to figure this out now, because if I could get this situated, and if it is something serious, maybe I can get into the medical part of the jail and have a little bit more ease and move around. All this is speculation. I don't even know if I'm going to jail, but I was like, I already have a felony. They found like drugs and a pistol. I just was like, more than likely. It was my first gun charge, but I was like, more than likely, So I had to go to court in January. So, and at this time, I got locked up October. My birthday is October 9th. I got locked up October 12th. October 12th. So, I had to go through the whole process, and it was, man, maybe I'll make another video on that, just detailing that process, just the mental. It was a lot. And at this time, remember, I don't know that I have MS. So I'm still just thinking it's just something I need to get taken care of, looked at, before I go into this environment. You know what I'm saying? January come, have my court date. Things looking good, but then it goes left. Again, that's another video. Nonetheless, April comes, which was my actual sentencing date. In January, the judge told me in April I would go to get sentenced. April 19th, important date, remember that. So April 19th. So within all of this time frame, I'm going through the process of trying to figure out like what's going on. Excuse me if you see me looking and all that. I'm outside. I got a bright light on. Bugs gonna come. Nonetheless, I'm trying to figure out where is the person that can help me out with this, dealing with this. I saw several doctors. Not a lot, like 10 and 5. It's probably about three. No one could figure out or determine actually what was wrong. So pretty much it was like a damn, alright, I'm about to go in jail. I don't know what's going on, but I know I can't defend myself. My leg's not working. I actually used to box, not professionally, but I got trained by my relative, my uncle. He did pro-am. So the skills, the fundamentals, everything involved with the process of boxing I have. It's just actually being in the ring. which is, man, it's tough. The MS, that's one of the biggest things that really hurt me. But we can get into that on another video. So I couldn't find anyone. I knew that, okay, it's possible that I'm probably about to have to go to jail, not knowing, and I got to figure something out. Wasn't really nothing to figure out. I had to go to jail. I did my time. Again, I'll make a video about that, detailing that, discussing that. This is a video about leading up to finding out about MS. These are all the things that I went through at the time when it was like letting me know, my body was letting me know something's up, you need to pay attention. Once I got out of jail was when the process of figuring things out sped up. So April 19th was the day that I was getting sentenced. This is the kicker. When I finally had a doctor's appointment set up to actually, because I was trying to get a doctor set up before going to jail. So once I finally did get that set up, that date to go see the doctor to finally get started with things was April 20th. April 20th. So that means literally I wasn't gonna have time to figure out, and I was about to have to go in there not knowing. So I couldn't find anyone. I knew that, okay, it's possible that I'm probably about to have to go to jail, not knowing, and I got to figure something out. Wasn't really nothing to figure out. I had to go to jail. I did my time. Again, I'll make a video about that, detailing that, discussing that. This is a video about leading up to finding out about MS. These are all the things that I went through at the time when it was like letting me know, my body was letting me know something's up, you need to pay attention. Once I got out of jail was when the process of figuring things out sped up, but not as fast as it should have, because I still had to get back, got back to life. So I came out, came home from jail, and just honestly just living and wasn't really paying no attention. I wound up going to Puerto Rico for my birthday in 2020, October 2020, and I wound up doing the trail, the rock climbing thing, swimming, did a few different things, and I felt it, but not in a pain. I still don't feel pain right now. It's more so the, it's going through the process, trying to stand up or squatting down and get something, and just feeling that vibrating spasticity and stuff like that. But it's not quite like pain at this point. Praise God, thank God. However, fast forwarding, pretty much went through all of 2020 and 2021 was COVID, so it was a lot of in-home, so there wasn't much activity to really bring about more, like I need as far as finding what's going on. Then I had a child, so my daughter was born January of 2021. Still going through the process, going through the regular motions of knowing that I have something but not sure what. But I started going to chiropractors. I winded up seeing probably two, maybe three different chiropractors. There was one that I felt I'm making progress. It may be actually something involving with bones and chiropractors, and that was Dr. Reza. That's my man, Dr. Reza. Shout out to you. Always show nothing but love to me and my brand and what I was doing. The many times that I probably would be late or something, just with me and my shenanigans. But nonetheless, that's nothing else. However, Dr. Reza, he actually was doing different techniques to make me feel a little bit more at ease, with far as with bones and I was feeling more, loose and just like, like, okay, maybe it's something involved in that with my bones and chiropractor and, you know what I mean? That's sort of like what I felt for a short time. Then it was almost like, this not really helping either. This not like it fix it all. It's not fixing it. So now I'm like, something is wrong. Is something maybe seriously wrong. I need to go see a doctor again, but the doctors can help me. And then that's when I had to go see a specialist. Now, at the time that I had to see the specialist, my walking had gotten to because I still can walk physically, but it's not straight. It's, a little wobbly. When I walk down the steps, I have to kind of hold on to something. Not kind of. Well, I could say kind of, because sometimes it seems like I don't. But at this time, no running. There was no running, no basketball. If I run, it's like a hop. I'm hopping. A lot of the things were more so like my motor skills were being affected, even with the speaking and talking, and I noticed like more slowing down with my speeches in the sense of if I'm talking.
3 hours later.
Then I probably continue, I saw more of that happening a lot. So stuff like that, and that's when I went to go see my doctor, and we went through I had to go see a few different doctors within this doctor. So I saw a few doctors, but then I finally, this doctor, which was the specialist, and then from him leading up to him, I had to see like 2 different people. And then it was determined, hey, I think it may be MS related. We're not sure, but we want you to see and meet with the MS specialist. Neurology, rather. My apologies, neurology. They say it's neuro related. So I need to meet with a neurologist. So I met with the neurologist, and I had the MRI, CAT scan, and that's when they let me know, honestly, trying to remember exactly what they said. It's like, because it was almost like I can't really remember, you know what I mean, honestly. But I know that he was saying something about lesions, little rice-looking things, and I have a few in my brain area, but the bulk of it and more is sitting in the spinal area. They have to run more tests, but it's looking and appearing to be active for, or something like that, for multiple sclerosis. So it's like, okay, all right, yeah, but do that other test you need to do, and you know what I mean. And then of course I get called back, and it's revealed that it is indeed multiple sclerosis. It's PPMS. Ask me, any hereditary things, and truthfully, I'm like, it's weird that they ask you all of this, like, certain type of questions after they just broke some type of news like that. It's like, yo, I don't know. I can't, like, what? You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of stuck. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know if my mother doesn't have it. I don't know if my father has it. His side of the family, I don't know if my mother's, I don't know. MS. What, how? Like, and my reaction towards it was more, I didn't cry, I didn't shed a tear right there in front of the doctor. Like I said, I was stuck. I was stuck. I was lost. And it's just like what? All I thought about was, I have a daughter, I have a child. All my life, I've been a particular and certain type of person when it came to relationships and women, and just, I finally, after getting locked up, I came home. I had my daughter in January, and it's his first child, and what? You do know I'm an artist. I travel, I got shows with people, I make money by performing and meetings and greetings, and what do you mean? What are you talking about? So what does that mean? What does it mean? Well, and he let me actually, like literally, what I just experienced and gave you in animation, he let me do that. It wasn't verbatim what I did, but he was just sitting there just kind of let me, like, with, you know what I mean? Just let me, because that's he used to. It's a job, you know what I mean? Basically, just letting me know different things. He asked me, have I experienced anything with my bladder? Yeah, actually, yeah. It's fucking pissing. It's incredibly, like, I gotta go when I gotta go. Like, it's hard to hold it. I gotta go. You know what I mean? Then he asked me about things, sexual, level. And, thankfully, I was like, what do you mean? What type of things should I be expecting? You know what I mean? And just like, just letting me know far as blood not flowing properly, possibly not being, as interested, and different things like that. And I'm like, well, you can weigh that on a lot with monetary issues, stress, finances, and these other things. So it would be hard for me to just say yes. But what I will say is, I don't have no problems when it's time. So he was like, okay, cool, good. So, good. You know what I mean? And then we just went down to different things. From the vision, do I have blurred vision? And sometimes it go like that. At the time, I actually was like, well, no, I'm still good, because I didn't. I was thinking more so, sometimes when people, you don't know something, you sometimes put a little bit more behind what they're saying or what they mean. So I'm thinking like it's gonna be like vision and see two people and all that, but actually just that whole like real fast is like that has happened a lot. And I had to let him know that the next time I went back, but that was the next time. But this is Big Homie saying, man, you're watching Miss Me with the Bullshit, MS Me with the Bullshit, and this is raw, real, straightforward, my truth about how my experiences was leading up to knowing that I have MS, being diagnosed. More videos, more content will come soon. I hope you enjoy it. If you do have MS, I hope you stay strong. Man, we fighting strong. The fight won't stop. We need to find a cure. If you don't have it and you're interested in learning more, well, I know this page will serve as a vessel for information. So, until next time, till we get there, I'm Big Homie Sandman. Once again, this is Miss Me with the Bullshit. I'll holler at you.